The Bible begins with beautiful wedding feast and ends with another wedding feast. The first one in the book of Genesis we do have the wedding between Adam and Eve. And it ends in the book of Revelation where the marriage, the wedding feast of the Lamb. In one of the recent German Bishops' Conference decision to send Christmas greetings to the faithful of their dioceses around the country, they decided to take this beautiful wording, in this Christmas, do what God did, become human. And the message of Christmas, the incarnation, is God becoming human. And God is coming into all human possibilities and to our impossibilities. We are in the season of epiphanies. Many epiphanies happening. And we do know that God's revelation to the humankind, starting with the invitation of people of God to participate in divine life. Mary's response, Joseph being invited, and further when we come down, this revelation given to the Magi's, a bit of revelation given to Herod, King Herod. And we know that continues by this proclamation in the wilderness by St. John the Baptist. And we can know that more evidently the first miracle performed by Jesus at the wedding of Cana, which is the gospel passage that we have for this Sunday. The Bible begins with beautiful wedding feast and ends with another wedding feast. The first one in the book of Genesis we do have the wedding between Adam and Eve. And it ends in the book of Revelation where the marriage, the wedding feast of the Lamb of God. And in all these situations, wedding is its time of joy, a celebration. And when something is running short, that is a real problem. In the gospel today, we have Mother Mary and Jesus facing this problem of their host. And Mother Mary senses it out. She invites the attention of Jesus into that and seeks his help. And Jesus performs his first beautiful miracle, changing water into wine. My dear brothers and sisters, this great epiphany again happening in this life of the people around there. Jesus' power is being presented. Johnny Carson, a great host of a wonderful show named Tonight, for almost 30 years, once interviewed this 8-year-old boy and asked what he learned the previous week from his Sunday class. And presenting it a great laughter to the audience, the boy said, I learned about the wedding feast of Cana. And again, Johnny asked this little boy, what did you learn from this? The boy replied, I learned this message that whenever you have a wedding, invite Mary and Jesus into that. That is precisely the message of this gospel, my dear friends. My dear John Vianney tells, invite Mary and Jesus into our homes and the problems will be solved. The presence of Mother Mary and Jesus in our lives makes it more strong and peaceful. We are in this ordinary season with an extraordinary message from the gospel and from the readings. The first reading that we have from the prophet Isaiah presenting us with this wonderful concept that this builder is marrying what he constructed. In other words, the Creator is in love with his creation. The great bond of love between the Creator and the creation. And this great time of intoxication of love. The passion of commitment. The readiness of sacrifice. In John's Gospel, every word, every symbol is very deeply reflected. The wedding feast, celebration of divinity and humanity, and the end point or the culmination point is the arrival of Jesus. And when Jesus is there with his mother and the disciples, it is the church being presented there and waiting for an intervention of the Creator. And Jesus, knowing the need, performs this miracle. As the wine is running short, it also means that the divine life is coming to an end. It is running short. It is almost humanity is being divorced from God Himself. And Jesus has to do something. Mother Mary pleads. What a beautiful example of seeking the help. The great saint St. John Paul II, the wonderful Pope, instituted the luminous mysteries. The luminous mystery is all about the various epiphanies of God into humanity. And the wedding feast of Cana is the second luminous mystery that the Pope and the Church want us to reflect over and again, whereby the passion of God in search of the humanity is very much established. Mary within her, inside. Mary knows that who is with her. Just tells the people, do what He tells you. It's a beautiful gospel of Mother Mary to the world. Always she tells, do what He tells you. Are we able to take that message from Mother Mary? And again, this beautiful presentation of water jars, which is later on turned into wine jars. What does that mean? The beautiful words of St. Thomas Aquinas. Grace presupposes and perfects the nature. Every occasion when Jesus finds there is a need, He asks to those around Him, what do you have in your hands? And the disciples presenting this 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, He is able to make that big miracle of feeding thousands of people. So my dear brothers and sisters, as we reflect on this wonderful, powerful passage of St. John's Gospel, always remember that invite Jesus and Mary into our house, into our lives. And always remember this beautiful gospel of Mother Mary. Do what He tells you. And again, fill our empty hearts, like the empty jars, with the love of God, so that we'll be always intoxicated with His divine plan, divine love in our lives. God bless you.